Tesla, 369, and sacred geometry. Are these numbers a key to the universe? Throughout history, certain numbers have captured the imagination of scientists, philosophers, and spiritual traditions alike. One of the most intriguing claims comes from the inventor and engineer, Nikola Tesla. Tesla once famously said, "If you only knew the magnificence of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, you would have a key to the universe." But what did that mean? Was he speaking mathematically, symbolically, or philosophically? Today, we'll explore what we actually know about the numbers 3, 6, and 9, and how they connect to an ancient idea known as sacred geometry. Tesla was known not only for his groundbreaking work in electricity and magnetism, but also for his fascination with patterns in nature. He reportedly had unusual habits involving these numbers. For example, he sometimes walked around buildings 3 times before entering, preferred hotel rooms whose numbers were divisible by 3, and spoke about numerical patterns underlying physical systems. However, historians note something important. There is very little direct scientific writing from Tesla explaining exactly what he meant about 3, 6, and 9. So while the quote is widely repeated today, the deeper interpretation is still debated. But the fascination with these numbers didn't begin with Tesla. These numbers have appeared in mathematics, physics, and ancient traditions for thousands of years. The number 3 is one of the most fundamental structures in mathematics and geometry. For example, the simplest stable geometric shape is the triangle. Triangles form the basis of engineering structures, architecture, and computer graphics. In nature, 3 often represents balance or stability. Across cultures, we see recurring triads: past, present, future, birth, life, death, mind, body, and spirit. 3 is often the minimum number required to create structure. In modern discussions, people often point to an interesting numerical pattern involving these numbers. If you repeatedly double numbers, a pattern appears. When you reduce these numbers to a single digit, a method called digital root, a cycle forms. Interestingly, 3, 6, and 9 do not appear in that loop. Instead, 3 and 6 bounce between each other. And 9 behaves differently, because any number multiplied by 9 tends to reduce back to 9 when its digits are summed. For example, 9 times 5 equals 45, and 4 plus 5 equals 9. Some people interpret this as suggesting 3, 6, and 9 occupy a special position in number patterns. But mathematically, this is simply a property of base 10 arithmetic. Still, the pattern is undeniably intriguing. Long before modern science, ancient cultures studied the geometry found in nature. This study is often called sacred geometry. Sacred geometry explores shapes that appear repeatedly in natural systems. For example, hexagonal patterns in honeycombs, spiral growth in shells in galaxies, geometric symmetry in crystals and flowers. One of the most famous patterns is the flower of life. This repeating pattern of circles creates many geometric forms, including hexagons, triangles, and symmetrical structures that echo throughout natural design. Within these patterns, numbers like 3 and 6 appear frequently because they arise naturally in symmetry and tessellation. 6 is one of the most efficient numbers in geometry. For example, hexagons pack together perfectly without leaving gaps. This is why bees build honeycomb structures using hexagonal cells. The hexagon creates maximum storage with minimal material. Snowflakes also commonly display six-fold symmetry. These patterns appear not because of mystical properties, but because the laws of physics and chemistry naturally produce them. What about number 9? 9 has some fascinating mathematical properties. For instance, it acts almost like a mirror number in base 10 arithmetic. Multiples of 9 often contain digit patterns that reflect back towards 9. Because of this behavior, many cultures historically associated 9 with completion or wholeness. In numerology and symbolism, 9 often represents cycles coming full circle, culmination, and transformation. Again, these meanings are symbolic interpretations, not physical laws. But symbolism often grows out of patterns people repeatedly observe. Did Tesla truly discover a universal code hidden within the numbers 3, 6, and 9? There is no scientific evidence that these numbers unlock a hidden cosmic mechanism. However, Tesla's deeper idea may have been something more subtle. Nature is filled with patterns. Electricity moves in waves. Planets move in cycles. Atoms organize into geometric structures. And mathematics provides the language we use to describe these patterns. In that sense, Tesla may have been pointing towards something real. The universe is deeply structured, and these numbers are one of the tools we use to understand that structure. Whether viewed through the lens of science, mathematics, or ancient symbolism, numbers like 3, 6, and 9 remind us that the universe contains patterns waiting to be explored. Some of those patterns we understand clearly. Others remain mysterious. And perhaps that mystery is part of what inspires curiosity in the first place. Because sometimes the search for meaning is just as important as the answer.